Okay, let's go. Hi fave, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for coming by onto my channel. Please do the most, subscribe, like, and share this video with your faves as soon as you're done watching it. And if you are a regular subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and for watching my videos and for sharing my content. Honestly, you guys have shown me amazing love, especially on Twitter and on Instagram, and my subscribers are really growing, which I really appreciate. And I just want to say, may God bless you guys, and may whatever you touch turn into gold. Okay, so today's video is pretty interesting. I'm doing a mukbang, and mukbang, you call it whatever if the seafood boil is yours. Okay, so this is in partnership with Dash Kitchen. As you know, they make the best seafood boil, child. They are having these awards where they people should nominate their favorite YouTubers for a project that they're going to be doing. So this video is exactly for that, and I just want to go to the DM and read it so that you guys get a better idea of what is going on here. Let's see, where did it start? Okay, you have been shortlisted for the Dash Kitchen YouTuber competition. You were selected after you were publicly nominated. The competition kicks off this week. So there was a post on Twitter that they did where people had to nominate their favorite YouTubers, storytellers, I guess, and I happened to be one of the people that were nominated, and luckily I was shortlisted for that. I truly appreciate it, guys. Like, I went and saw that thread and a lot of people did nominate me, so I really do appreciate it. I mean, if it's more than 2 people, it's a lot for me, so I really do appreciate it. It says here you will be required to shoot a storytime mukbang eating a sponsored boil from us. So this seafood boil is sponsored by Dash Kitchen, and they currently have their own YouTube channel that they just opened right now. I will post their link below. It is called Dash TV. But as soon as right now, please go click on that link and subscribe onto the YouTube channel, because that's the only way I will win this competition. The theme is love. So your most favorite Valentine's or worst Valentine's, funniest bedroom story, or kinkiest, basically a relationship story, whether it is sad, funny, outrageous, or heartwarming. You are advised to play around as much as you like. You will be posting this on your own channel. This is why I have this video on my own channel. Then it goes on to say, please submit a 2-minute clip that will be posted on Dash TV, that is their YouTube channel. This is for voting purposes. Please note this part. This is for voting purposes and authentic voting especially. This is a YouTube channel, and this is where your supporters will vote for you. So they are going to take a 2-minute clip of this video and post it on their channel, where you guys will be required to go comment on that post, to go like that clip, to go basically vote for me. That's how you vote for me, by liking, commenting, showing me love, saying that I deserve to win it because I'm the best storyteller in South Africa. If you believe so, I believe so. I'm one of the best. You will also get, this is the best part, you will also get to pick a supporter to win 1,000 rand cash voucher and a Dash Kitchen seafood boil if you are crowned the winner. Guys, I'm a bunch of a winner. Make me the winner. Let them give me my crown so that I can give you 1,000 rand. So I will be winning 5,000 rand cash, and I will get ×2 sponsored seafood boil mukbangs or vouchers. Guys, please, I still want to eat more seafood. Thank you. It says your supporters will need to subscribe to Dash TV. Please go subscribe. Secondly, and vote by liking your video on the Dash TV YouTube page. So you vote by subscribing on Dash TV, as well as liking my video that Dash TV would have posted on their YouTube channel. Alright, so if I have the most likes, I win. So if you're seeing this right now, please go vote by liking that. Please subscribe to Dash Kitchen TV. Please repost this on your Instagram story and ask people to do the same thing, so that we can win together and I get to give you 1,000 rand in cash. Alright, child? Okay. So if you win this round, you will move forward to the finale that will take place in December. Listen, where you will stand a chance of winning 10,000 rands in cash. A luxury hotel stay and a champagne basket. Guys, you know I am for the soft life. I live a soft life. Guys, let me win and let me be crowned. So it goes on to say good luck and we wish you the best. Okay, let's get to the video. So this is my story time. Disclaimer, I feel like this is my best story time. I've reserved this story time for a time when I'm ready to tell it, because it's very close to home, it's very close to heart. It's about I don't know what to call it, whether to call it my worst heartbreak or my worst love story or my best love story, but it can't be the best if it's, I don't think it's the best love story in the sense that when I'm telling you, you're entertained, but not in the sense that it's the best love story I've had. So now I'm opening my seafood boil so that this out there and I get to tell you about the story. The disclaimer for this is that to the person that the story time is about, dude, you know I liked you. You liked me, we liked each other, we did our best in our relationship, it didn't work out for certain reasons, and you know what, let's just move and respect each other. Obviously I do care about you, I'm not going to say I don't care about you, I do. I thought you were the love of my life, love of my life or whatever, soulmate, I thought you were my soulmate. So okay, I met 2015 December, after I had stayed in Durban for like the whole of 2015. I actually moved to Durban in 2015. So 2015, was it 2015? Yeah, 2015 I moved to Durban, but I moved to Durban that year. Then that year in December I was at home chilling with my family. It was the 26th of December. I still remember the dates, child. It was the 26th of December and I was at home with my family, my mom, everyone, and we had slaughtered a sheep for Christmas. So I remember a friend of mine posting, he was on radio, he worked on radio at that time. I cannot mention names, I cannot give you guys clues because these people are very well known, especially the friend of mine, like he's very well known in the industry. Actually they both are, but then the friend of mine is also very well known on Twitter. So guys, corn is my favorite thing ever. Yeah. Dash kitchen. I have a bev. If you want to see the seafood boil that I'm eating right now, here it is. Oh, this is nice. So I was chilling at home with my family. Then a friend of mine calls me, the one who's popular on Twitter, and I had known him from Twitter, but we had each other's numbers because of auditions in the industry. He's well connected, so he'd always say that he's going to send me auditions as soon as he knows about something new or whatever. So he posted on Facebook that it's Christmas Day. I mean, it was Christmas yesterday. Please let us know what you did on Christmas Day. Just share with him on the post on Facebook. I was very kind of like popular on Facebook at the time, but I missed his post because for me Christmas time is family time. So then he called me and he's like, hey Sia, just check my latest Facebook post. I went to check, I saw that okay, he wants me to comment on it. Then I was like, okay. So at home we started a gusha, and then we had like a braai and a family lunch, and then he was like, I won the competition. He made me win the competition, and then I won 500 rand. But now and me winning that 500 rand, he was in studio with someone else that he had an interview with. So the guy, I don't know how it came about to that, but then the guy ended up asking, the guy that he's interviewing in the studio ended up asking if can he please see a picture of me to him. Then the guy showed him a picture of me and he was just like, he loves me. So now they call me. Imagine guys, I'm with my whole family sitting in the lounge. They call me and oh, they're like, hey Sia, you've won 500 rand. And then this guy's just like, can I please take you out on a date? The one that's the guest on my friend's show. He's like, hey Sia, can I please take you out on a date? On national TV. It's like, hey Sia, like we're watching on TV, he's calling. I'm with my whole family, and I said my family must tune in onto the TV, even my mom, because I wanted them to see me win, but not necessarily being asked out on a date. Okay, I decided, well, listen, I'm gonna ask her out on a date right during family time. So he asked me out on a date. Obviously now it's awkward. I'm like, please just ask my mom for me. Then he's like, okay, please go give your mom the phone. I go give my mom the phone. It's like, hello mama, unjani mama. Then mom is like, show me a picture of you. That guy went and DM'd me a picture of him on Twitter. and I showed my mom. Then my mom saw, because he was wearing a suit, my mom thought like, this is an innocent guy. Then she was like, no, when I meet you, then you can date my daughter, but I have to meet you first, and only if she likes you. So the guy was gonna come to Durban the following week, and Nat, we were gonna be in Durban the following week. So they agreed that they're gonna do a coffee date. Fast forward, the guy and I dated. The first 2 years of our relationship were the best years of my life, because he taught me a lot of things about life, a lot of things about the industry, a lot of things about me. I learned a lot of things about him, as much as I as well taught him things about himself. I care. We're dating those 2 years. We're traveling. I support my man. I go to all the gigs. He's not a performing artist. He's a DJ, because he DJs for his artists. He's an artist manager. He's a businessman, man. He's got money now. So I went and supported him, and I was there as a girlfriend, and our relationship was really, really innocent. Like, I think the first year of us dating, we didn't even see each other much. We probably saw each other twice in that year. Fine, life goes on. Third year of our relationship, this is when he showed me flames. He asked to take me to the Summer Awards, and I think like I had worked at the Summer Awards for like a year the previous year, so I was familiar with what happens, but when it comes to work, not actually attending. And at the time he was managing some other artists, like big artists. So I went with him to the Summer Awards. Guys, he treated me like a queen. I won't even lie. And the first year I met him, he owned a Porsche. So we were just living our best life in a Porsche, I'm telling you, child. So then he started acting different, really, and that like really hurt, because you're so used to a person being this person, especially when a person has been treating you like a queen and acting good for like 2 years, and then all of a sudden they switch up on you. I mean, 2 years is such a long time. But he switched up, and there was absolutely nothing I could do. He switched up at a time whereby I was comfortable in a relationship, at a time whereby our relationship was doing amazingly well. He switched up. You know, it started being a thing of, like, he had many properties. It started being a thing of, I can't visit him in Joburg anymore. He comes to Durban less. You know what I'm saying? But we still continued dating. And then, and daughter. And I believed everything he said, because he was innocent. And you know, like when you meet a person who doesn't know much about things or life or the industry or girls, you're gonna believe everything they say, because you don't believe that person could cheat on you, because they are like, you know them. You feel like you know them, and you feel like you've known them for a long time. Life goes on. Okay, switches up. He's now like, I can't come to Joburg to see him. I'd come like once in a month or once in 3 months, and he'd come in Durban like once in a while. So I was like, okay, obviously my relationship has taken a shift. I get them this one time, he comes to Durban with his artists and all the other artists that are big in the industry. They booked an umhlanga. He came to fetch me to go chill with them. I went with my cousin and my friend, and I loved how he still stayed authentic. But now his artists were trying me, and I'm just like, this is a stalker or what? Because in order for like, if people know that this is your main girlfriend, I don't think they'd be that comfortable in trying to be with your main girlfriend. But then when they start to act shady, but they know that you're his girlfriend, and he tells them about you, I don't think they would just try you like that. But this one big artist tried me, and obviously I declined him. Fine, life went on still. Then this other popular DJ, that female DJ from that record label that scams people, the one who was dragged on Twitter just the other day, her, just 2 days back actually, her. So I'm hearing things now from his artist that he's busy with that DJ. They haven't done anything much, but she goes to his place and they chill in the car in the parking lot. He's like, no, she hasn't came into the house, but like, they chill in the car in the parking lot. Our relationship literally took a turn. Things went from bad to worse. What is this? Oh, it cracked itself. Look. got so overcooked that it actually did the job. It got itself out. I love it. So I hear that he's doing things with that DJ. Basically, they're trying to get into a relationship. How? When you're dating me and you keep bragging to your boys that we've been together for 3 years and that you met my mom, and that you came to my house and you asked me from my mom, and you came to my house to deliver a gift from my mom. My entire family knows you, dude. How dare you do that to me? Like, how do you do that to me? When my whole family knows you, when all of my friends, like, my best friend met you. Do you know my best friend deserves to know the best of things in life, but I introduced you to her and you had the guts to do that to me. To me? Do you know who I am? I mean, I'm not anybody big yet, but like, do you know who I am still, child? I'm gonna say that. So fine, okay, tries this thing with the DJ, doesn't work out, and I confront him about it. He's like, no, the DJ was trying him out. To my house because they had a gig in my hometown. He literally asked the promoter that because in my hometown is very small. Like, we all know each other. If you don't know a person from Facebook, you probably went to high school with them. So luckily I went with the promoter to high school and we kind of like mates. Not really friends, but like we know each other. They asked him for my address. Didn't the guy take them to my house with his artist? Get to my house, they have a gift from my mom. On the album they've written, to Mama Garcia, please discount the lobola. Why do you do that when you know you're not going to marry me? Why do you go all out and do all of those things when you know you're going to mistreat me, when you know you're going to cheat on me? Why do you do that? Why? Fine, still guys. Okay, Banesekaya wants to speak to my mom, tells my mom things about me that I don't want to talk to him, that I say things about him that are not nice and whatever to him. And you know how like guys will try to get along with your family because they know very well what they're doing, because they know once the mom knows, it's kind of like too late. They don't know Xhosa moms. Xhosa moms, nothing speaks more than lobola. Anything else, we can't hear it. The only sound we hear is the sound of lobola. The cows saying moo, that's the only sound we know. Or the chankura, the money saying ching, those are the only sounds we recognize. Cows, money. Then you can start speaking about, not necessarily owning someone, but you can start saying she's your person, she's your girl or whatever. So my mom is very woke. Dash Kitchen. Again, if you're watching right now, please go vote for me on Dash TV as the best storyteller, please, so that we can win that money and you can win your 1,000 rand. Mind you, this guy, we used to pray together. He'd go to his show at a radio station that wasn't even paying him, and I'd stay up with him because he had those hours, early hours, like 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. for a show. So I'd stay up with him just to be a supportive girlfriend. Guys, ningabizo supportive girlfriends. Don't. The only supportive person you should be is a supportive wife. Anything else, don't recognize it. Because I used to be that, and wow, men will take you for a pause. Okay, fine. Life continues, and I found out about the DJ. I confront him about it. He denies it. I believe him. I went back. This is the biggest of them all. 4 years into our relationship. Okay, so when our relationship started, a month into our relationship, he told me that there's a possibility he has a child, and the child is a newborn baby. So I said to him, okay, please just find out the truth and take responsibility of what you need to take responsibility of and do what needs to be done. So the girlfriend was from Cape Town, the ex-girlfriend was from Cape Town. So he said to me on the day he was supposed to fly to Cape Town, he says to me that the girl said the baby's not his. So then he moved. I don't know why he didn't get a DNA test, but he didn't. He moved on with his life. We enjoyed our relationship. Now 3 years into our relationship, deep into our relationship, guess what? I had seen proof so many times that this person is cheating on me, that there's other people, but I stayed because I listened to the lies that he told me, and I believed the lies that he told me. Guys, this person didn't even want us to take pictures together. Why? Like, he wouldn't even want me to take pictures with him or take pictures of him. Or take pictures of him. He didn't want us to take pictures together. And me saying take pictures together, I don't mean pictures I'm gonna go post on Instagram. No, but for my relationship, for my memories. He didn't want us to take pictures. He didn't want me taking pictures of him. He didn't want us taking pictures together. It didn't matter what we did. We'd go on a vacation. We'd have a great nothing. He doesn't want. That's why I kept saying to him, when you probably have a main girlfriend. There's just no way. I didn't do it. If anybody says, hey, all a man wants to do is to have. That's all he wanted to do. Hectic. I remember the one time I took a picture of him and we fought because I took a picture of him. And I still stayed. I mean, child, what? I'm trying to take a picture of you. I take the picture and we fight over it. Why? What are you hiding? What are you hiding? He's like, no, babes, I don't feel like I look nice. Why are you lying? It's the lies from you. It's the lies. Why, Ubua Maka? Why? Who bunny? 3 years deep into our relationship, we're in love. You know, after all the breaking ups and the fights and whatever, we're back together again now. This was probably my second time giving him a chance. I find out that, let me tell you how I find this out. So he's in Durban. He said he's gonna come see me for like a week. I agree that he must come see me for a week. He comes to Durban and he gets to Durban with his friend. But now he says his friend is only gonna join us. So his friend also is also from like KZN, right? So he says his friend is going to go home here in KZN and then join us the next day so that we can spend time together. Me, being a Popeye that I was, I listened to that. I'm like, okay, cool. My time with my baby. Okay, sharp. I will chill the whole day. Food. We went out for lunch. Had a nice time with my man. It's just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two. Start 2 by 2. Stay indebted. See better than longer. See breeze on us. We're chilling in Durban, having a nice time. Then that evening, the friend decides to come back and not sleep at home. He gets here. My friend had a gig at an event called Wine Wednesday. She was hosting Wine Wednesday. So then they're like, let's go there to support my friend. I'm like, wonderful, because I was gonna go by myself anyways. So I managed to convince the artist friend to come with. Then he was also like, no, he's coming. The guy I was dating, he wasn't really much of an outgoer, but he agrees to go with. We get to Wine Wednesday, walking, I'm looking nice, it's a vibe. All of a sudden, he doesn't like that guys in Durban know me. It's just like, how do people know you here? There were both girls and guys that knew me, but he's just like, how do these guys know you? I'm like, I'm an influencer in Durban. I go to events. Obviously, they are gonna know me. I had fun. Guys greet. Now, this one guy greets him as well, who's like a big dog here in Durban. And he's like, how does that guy know me? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, you manage artists and they book your artists, so I don't know how he knows you. But I will move, have fun. The whole night we're dancing, but now he wants me to kiss him at the club. I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna do PDA. First of all, people never know who I'm dating. They don't know who I'm with. Now I'm here with you, kissing you. That shows people who I'm with, and I don't like that. I don't like telling people my business. It's like, there's someone here, that's why. Fine, I kiss him. Then we chill, order alcohol drink, then we leave for the house. When we get to the house, when you get back to the house, he goes to the room because he was speaking to this other famous DJ that you guys know, because they were talking about releasing music and stuff. So he spoke to him in the balcony. No, in the room actually. He first spoke to him in the balcony, then he went to the room. So as he's in the room, I'm in the kitchen with my friend that had a gig at Wine Wednesday and his artist. So it's the 3 of us in the kitchen having a conversation. Then I decide to go to the bathroom, but they were talking about kids. So as they're talking about kids and I'm in the bathroom, when I come out, my friend, the guy, is like to my friend, the girl, that is, the friend is the artist, says to the girl that, yeah, ingane yami ilingana nengane, yeah, who are we gonna call my guy? Who should we call him? Who are we gonna call him? Who are gonna call him? We need a name for him. Yeah, Mr. Innocent, because he liked acting innocent. So I think, yeah, I'm Mr. Innocent. I'm like, huh? What did he? He's like, yo, see, wait, Ndwana. I ran to the bathroom. I locked myself in there. My friend followed me, obviously. Like, guys, imagine the shock of finding out that your boyfriend of 4 years, 3 to 4 years, has a child that is almost as old as your relationship, and he didn't tell you about the child. Like, I was shocked. I didn't know what to do, but I went to the bathroom, just sat down. My friend came, and then she was just like, yo, Sia, like, I know. And then she begged me to come out. Huh? When I went out, the guy begs me to not tell him that I know, because child, that's the main reason why they came to Durban. He came to tell me that he's got a child that is kept away from me for so long. And the first thought that came to mind was that if you are a partner of mine for so long and you can do that to me, what else can you do? Honestly, you're capable of killing me and throwing me off the balcony in a black plastic bag, because there's no way you can hide a secret for so long from your partner. Like, how do you do that? How do you, like, I know everything about you. I know your bank pins, I know your family, I know your properties, I know your businesses, I know properties you've bought that people don't, I know cars that your family doesn't even know you own. And then you hide a child from me, the one person that supported you when you had nothing. You hide a child, and all I would have wanted from him was to sit me down and tell me that, listen, I do have a child, he's this old. And that would be it, just telling me formally. But for you to hide it from me for this long, I find he hides that he's got a child. The friend begs me to not tell him. So I'm like, I'm not gonna tell him. Maybe he's gonna wake up the next day and tell me. I sleep. Wake up the next day. Guess what? It kept quiet as if nothing happened. Continued with life. I kept quiet for that next day as well. Then they left for Joburg. So when he got to Joburg, then I asked him, do you have anything you'd like to tell me? Then he's like, I love you. I'm like, no, not that. Do you have anything else that you'd like to tell me? Then guys, I couldn't keep it in me anymore. I was boiling. I was boiling as hot as a Dash Kitchen seafood boil. Literally, like, I was boiling. I was angry, because how do you keep a secret this big from me? And how do you come to Durban to tell me that formally, and you still fail to do that? And then you dare call me a partner, call yourself a partner to me, and you tell me you love me. There's no such thing. What do you know about love? Who is love to you? What is love? Yeah, the love when alone, because you can't practice it. How dare you say it when you can't even practice it? I keep quiet. I was angry, confronted him. He said he's sorry. He didn't tell me because he knew that if he tells me, I'm going to break up with him. I'm not a danjalo, okay, guys. But it's so easy for them to mess things up. But when it comes to owning up, so me being me, Mother Mary the forgiver. My name is supposed to be along those lines. I forgive him, child. It gets worse. We continue with the relationship. My friends used to call me Mamngane because all of a sudden now I have to advise him for his child that so he'd ask, what should I feed him from 8? He wants to eat after 8 p.m. So I have to tell him, no, he should have yogurt, fruits, but he should have like a healthy snack. He shouldn't eat certain foods after 6. He must digest like this. I was playing Dr. Stepmom. I was playing Dr. Stepmom. Abangani mom called me Mamngane because guys, they were late. I was there. I was within Mamngane. So fine, I kept being his advisor and being the girlfriend that I was, and then I did that show that I did with SABC3, which caused him to be very paranoid. One thing about him, he had connections in the industry, but he'd never planned me. Even his artist told him to plug me, but he'd never. Because why? He never wanted to see me above him. And I'm not even saying that me being granted those opportunities I'd be above him, but it made him sick to know that I have a possibility of making a lot of money. It made him sick. Even when I was on that show, he'd call me every day and just be like, who wants you there? Is it the producer? Is it like, I saw so many red flags, but I ignored them. He'd call me every day and ask me, is it one of the contestants that want you? There's no way no one doesn't want you on that show. Like, just unhealthy things. Like, red flags were there, but I missed. Because you know what? Sometimes I'd be like, maybe this is not red, maybe this is maroon. Nah, this flag, it's pink, it's not red, it's not there. I'd pray and ask God for signs, and they were there, but I acted blind because I loved him. I did. I won't even lie. What made me let go of him after almost reaching 5 years was he was able to say he's going on holiday, but he's not going with me. Then who are you going with? Obviously, you're going with somebody else. Like, you cheated on me for 2 years with the same girl, probably other people too. But for me, it's the audacity to do that. And the industry is so small. The industry is so small. It's very small. So when I found that out and I confronted him, when I called him, he was just like, can I call you back? And for me, that was a confirmation that, Sia, don't go back there. Don't go back there because you love yourself. Don't go back there because you deserve better. Don't go back there because you're choosing better for yourself. And that man will never appreciate you. Like, he calls me every time and he'll tell me that at some point he actually asked to go ekaya for him to ask for me, but at the time I hadn't graduated yet. And I did consider being with him, and I knew the red flags were there, and I knew that he's not good for me. But because of how much I loved him, I was willing for him to go ekaya to ask for my hand in marriage. But my friends always remind me that I would be so miserable, and I was like, you know what, it's okay to start over. And I think he knew the potential I had, and he had the opportunities, but he was just not willing to present them to me. Omdu would hold auditions in the industry that I'm interested in and not invite me for auditions. What do you call that? It says things like, you can't come on set with me to learn things because I don't want people to know that you're with me, because then they'll close the industry on you. But that's because he knows how much of a terrible person he is. He's terrible to his artists. He's terrible to people he works around. So why did I think he would be good to me? Perhaps because I didn't know at the time that he would be like this towards me, because I believe he changed once he started making it big in the industry. I can't believe I actually thought he was the love of my life, and I actually wanted him to be the father of my kids. Sloom. So I'm not going back there. And I think for me, it just, you know, when you keep like throwing things around, like you bottle things, like I'd see girls' clothes at his place, I'd see lube at his place, and it would be half used. We don't use lube. Why is there lube here? Why? I've never seen it here. We've never bought it together. Why is it in half? Guys, this guy has shown me so many times. So many times. I remember the one time we went to a gig with him and I was in the car, and then one of his guys came, and then they were like, hi, and the guy and I know each other. They were just like, hi. Then I turned and I looked at him. He's like, oh, Sia, who alone? I'm like, who did you think I was? Who else have you seen in the front seat of this car? Who else? But the very same person can't stand me being with other people, the thought of me being happy and making it into the industry. And because he told me, he finally admitted that the reason why I didn't plug you was because I know how the industry is. Obviously, I know how the industry is. I've been in the industry as well. I've been hustling to get into the industry, actually. He's like, he knows how the industry is, because people would want me, producers would want to sleep with me in order for me to get roles. That has happened before. That has happened before. I've went for auditions, told me that if you want this contract, you're gonna have to sleep with me. Like, I know that. There's nothing for me that's bigger than that, honestly speaking. There's nothing bigger than that. So I know that. So he'd say those things, I just like, he's making excuses. Then he finally admitted that he doesn't think I'd be with him. He said, if you made it into the industry and you made it big as a brand, I don't think you'd be with me. And for me, that's when I was like, it's final. Like, I don't want to be with this guy anymore, because I don't know, I don't want to say it's jealousy. I don't know what to call what he has. If you know what to call what he had, please comment below and let me know. Give me the word. Tell me the word I'm looking for. But he had some sort of like entitlement towards me, and he wanted to box me so bad. So bad. There was a point when he wanted me to work for his company and to stay with him and to drive his car, and just him and I. And I'm just like, that's boxing me. I want people to see me grow into the person that I've always dreamt of becoming. So for you to want to box me, I'd rather not have this thing. I'd rather not love. I'd rather not even like be with you, you know? So there's just so many things that I kept seeing. There's so many red flags that I kept seeing, but I stayed, honestly, because for me it was just a matter of the fact that I love him. So in me finally letting go of him, and actually I spoke to him last week. It was a brief conversation, and I actually can't believe that he still thinks that I'm going to be his wife. That's something that I can't believe. But in me letting go of him, I wrote him a letter, and it reads as follows. Dear so-and-so, I met you at a time where I was innocent, where I didn't know much about life, love, relationships, God, the industry, or what I wanted to study and dreams. But you've taught me most about those things. You've indirectly taught me to love myself, to know that in a relationship love is not enough. You've taught me that sometimes you go through things so you may witness the love of God. You've taught me that in the industry, talent or owning a degree isn't enough. You've taught me that studying life in general, to know it, to understand it, is very important. I've learned about life through you. I know I met you when you didn't know much as well, about women, about social life, about brands. It's safe to say we both learned about those through each other. I'd like to believe you love me, and that you were not once but many times in love with me. You're the only guy who's actually met my family, and it was nice knowing yours too. So many things went right when we were together. You felt like home, you felt like my best friend, you felt like my soulmate, you felt like a part of me. Whenever I'd be with you, it felt like everything was okay. And when that changed, my belief in love became less and more less. I'm grateful I met you, because now I know what I want from a man. I even have a type now. A lot of things have happened. I don't think I'd change most of them, but I loved it when you were in love with me, and I hated it when you made me feel like I'm not good enough. I remember how you weighed down my achievements, when you promised to come to my graduation but you didn't pitch, when you didn't show up for me when I needed you the most, when the lies started. I remember when you cheated on me, when I'd find other girls' clothes at your place, when you started treating me like I wasn't the love of your life. I hated it. I hated it when you'd go from that and switch up to showing me off to your friends and family, telling them how long we've been together for, telling them you asked my mom for me, telling them how much you love me. I hated that. I hated when things were just not the same. When people told me the industry changed you, because you've been in the industry the longest, and I didn't think that you would be changed by the industry. Hence, I don't believe that. I think I met a version of you that didn't have money, that didn't have much, and I stayed with it, and we grew it, and we grew you, and we built you, both of us in fact. And when you had money, I think you realized that you don't only have to be with me, you can get as many girls as you want because you've got money now. Like I met him at a point whereby he didn't even have confidence. Absolutely nothing. Like, if I'd show you guys a picture of how he was when I met him, it was ridiculous. And you know what? I was in love with him. I loved that. I loved him. I loved him as he was back then. I loved him how he was now when we were in a relationship. But when things just started switching up, and I knew that in order for me to love myself fully, I needed to leave that relationship, because it was getting to a point whereby I kept losing more of me by giving it to him. So I lost my confidence. I thought I wasn't beautiful enough because he cheated on me. So I'm not enough, I'm not beautiful enough. What am I doing wrong? I started learning how to cook his favorite dishes, because he'd always ask me to cook. Please, can you make this dish today? Can you do this? I like this. You know, and you want to do those little things for your partner. We used to go on date nights stopped, and his places started being shared by a lot of people. Like, for example, when I went to Joburg last year and I went to audition for a show, he told me that I can't live at his other place because somebody else lives there. he told me that I can't stay with him at his place because the people that I was going to audition for would know that I live there. How would they know? How would they know? How would they know? But yeah, it was that. And it was just I think he just knew what excuses to make in order for him to get rid of me. But thank you so much for watching the video. Again, I would like to remind you to please go vote for me on the Dash TV by liking my video and commenting and letting people know what you think of my story time. I appreciate you for watching this video. Please do subscribe, like, comment, and share the video with your family, with your cousins, with your aunts, with your boyfriend, with your husband, with your side, with your snack, with your sugar daddy. Share with everybody and everyone, okay? And make sure they all subscribe. Truly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye for now. Mwah, mwah.